how do you guys all hope to see more queer representation and reflected in your field, like in your day-to-day life and certain careers that you're in? Just how would you like to see that more representation?
Yes, we do need a lot more queer, non-binary, black and brown representation in the HIV prevention community. We're always at the base of it. It used to be claimed as like a gay disease, but when I talk to young people who are straight, who are gay, who are trans and non-binary, they have no idea how to get it, how to not get it. It isn't our job, but it's our job to inform each other and to make sure that, hey sis, are you using PrEP? Do you have condoms? Are you being safe out there? It is so important, especially because black and brown people are the highest demographics of HIV infections.
Hello everyone, welcome to Season 2 of the Living in Color Project. I'm here today with the fantastic model of Season 2 project, and we're here to talk a little bit more about the project and what each color represents. Just to give a brief background, the Living in Color Project uses colors of the progressive pride flag to illuminate stories, identities, experience of the LGBTQIA community through striking environmental portraits, and each participant becomes a living representation of their assigned color, tying their personal narratives to the flag, artistic and symbol meanings. And without further ado, let's get into the models. Over here, I have...
my name's Dex, pronouns he, him.
Hi, my name is Wanye, pronouns he, him.
Hi there, my name is Gigi. My pronouns are he, him.
My name's Spaz. My pronouns is he, him, and that nigga.
Well, we love authenticity. How y'all doing? My name is Mixed Trinity or Trin, and my pronouns are they, she, and fairy.
And for those who don't know me, my name is Rosko. My pronouns are he, she, or they. Just be respectful. And I am the creative director of this project, if you remember from Season 1. So yeah, y'all. So just to kind of talk about this project, what attracted y'all to this project?
Okay. So what attracted me to this project was I seen the showcase last year, and I knew a couple of the people that was in the showcase, and they kind of gave me like a brief background on what it was about, and I found that it was dope. So I wanted to be a part of it and kind of like give a little bit of my input on it as well.
I'm gonna say it's somewhat the same thing. I saw the showcase last year, and I was like, oh shit, this is cute. This eats. And
You can come forward a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry. Oh, shit. But yeah, all right, let me go back. All right, so yeah, I saw it last year or whatever. And I was like, oh, this eats. And I was like, oh, it's Rosko project. Me and Rosko been friends for a while. Not even just friends, just family. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to like do it next year. So then when I saw the post for it, I was like, let me go ahead and give them a taste of the Wanda. So yeah, that was my reason of joining the project.
I love that. Well, for me, unfortunately, I did not go to the showcase, but I was presented the opportunity to be a part of this beautiful project, and I went through the process. I did the interview and everything, and basically, I just wanted to show other people who look like me that there are opportunities out there to show yourself, show who you are, share your story, and to ignite the fire in other people so they can do things like this and beyond.
So, like, for me, too, I've seen the first showcase, and I knew people was in it, and I thought being a part of it would be dope. And, like, niggas like me don't never get their story told or be seen. So, when I had the opportunity, I jumped on it, and that's what made me interested.
Come on. And for me, I did it because like others, I saw it last year and really wanted to be a part of it this year when it came back up. But I think also during times like this where there isn't enough trans non-binary representation, especially black non-binary representation, I felt like it was important to be a part of that physical. People can see what non-binary can look like, especially from a black perspective.
Thank y'all so much. And, with all those reasons and about representation, how do you guys all hope to see more queer representation and reflected in your field, like in your day-to-day life and certain careers that you're in? Just how would you like to see that more representation?
Well, I'm kind of like, this is actually a good question for me because my work happened to be kind of more so queer dominated. I've always been in like social work or like services, helping people with get resources. And, there's just been a lot of queer folks that's in that workspace, myself included. I work for the Social Security Administration. I help people get resources. One thing I do want to see, though, I want to see a lot more people like us get a lot of the resources that they need, because a lot of the people are ostracized from these resources, i.e. like you don't know like a lot of their background, like they might not be connected to their family. So if you don't got your family, your resources right there is already limited at one point. Like especially if you don't got people who know like certain things, like your opportunities is already limited. So I wanted to get into like social services and like helping people get these resources so that they could make their life better, man. I've seen a lot going on in my city, and I've seen people live real low lives. I've seen people also live really high lives. Like I just want the people to be able to get access to be able to change their life, because a lot of people are stuck because they don't know anything. They don't have the right direction. So, yeah.
I'll say for me, I worked in the like climate justice field. I'm an intern with the climate justice movement called Sunrise, and I would say there is queer people there, but the difference there is there's not black queer people, and I find it to be a little frustrating because when it comes to like climate issues, as we can see, black cities and black communities experience them the most experience those issues way worse and a lot of times more frequent, especially with this heat wave. It's hot as fuck outside. So yeah, that's how I want to see more representation in my field. Simply because like I feel as though you can't. I always have that mindset where it's like I don't want nobody else telling my story. I want to be able to tell my own story, and I don't want our white counterparts to always tell our story. I feel as though it's our responsibility to tell our own story, because a lot of times white people will use our story and use our story to benefit them and not benefit our community. So that's why I feel as though representation in my field is very, very important.
Amen.
I love that. Well, for me, I've been working in the HIV prevention field for almost 10 years now. I've worked with an array of people: straight, queer, black, brown, trans, non binary. But what I will say is that, yes, we do need a lot more queer, non binary, black, and brown representation in the HIV prevention community. Just because we are the populations that get hand in hand right along with it. We're always at the base of it. It used to be claimed as like a gay disease. But when I talk to young people who are straight, who are gay, who are trans and non-binary, they have no idea how to get it, how to not get it. So it isn't our job, but it's our job to inform each other and to make sure that, hey sis, are you using PrEP? Do you have condoms? Are you being safe out there? It is so important, especially because black and brown people are the highest demographics of HIV infections. So we have to continue doing the work. If you're young and you're like in your younger 20s, like look into some nonprofits, look into some like public health work. Like the HIV field will change and morph into something different in a few years. But I believe we are still like the basis of it, and we can continue to change the world.
You better. Okay. You better.
So like I ain't trying to change the world, but my field is being Muslim and just being a nigga in general. You feel me? Being like, yeah, most definitely, because that's what it is. Like we being real for real, because like a lot of real niggas and a lot of real Muslims can't live in their truth. You know what I'm saying? So this is why it's important for me to be who I am, so they can see that it's okay and like you can still be your real, authentic self and live your truth and be a faggot. Like I accept that term, like, because I am that, but I'm at the end of the day a nigga. So
Period. Work that out.
that's just enough said. Enough of me representing my field.
Okay.
I love that.
Y'all want me to go after that? I guess for me, I do a lot of different work, especially within Philly, but also at different conferences. So I think the field specifically that I'm in isn't just around like sexual wellness with just sexual wellness. I think just wellness as a whole. I think that we need to see more representation right now because, as Gigi said, like the dollars, the money, and all of that, especially in terms of HIV funding, is being cut. And so, if they're going to cut our money, you can't allow them to cut us visibly. So, our folks who are not living with HIV but are on PrEP and are willing to share their stories, they need to be doing that. Our folks, our non-binary folks who don't feel like they have a voice, you do have a voice. You just have to find where to use it and how to access it better. It's so valuable that we're doing this. It's not all of the colors aren't here today, but we all are doing this, and it's because people need to see us. People need to understand our stories, and I think oftentimes people judge books by their covers. And even sitting here, I'm learning so much about folks. Some of you that I'm doing this with, that I'm actually getting to talk to and actually getting to hear your stories. So I think even that alone is just really powerful. Just having that opportunity to allow non-binary folks, allow queer folks, just Black people to be in spaces. And if you're not going to allow us, understand that we'll create projects, we'll create other entities so that we don't have to go into those spaces. We'll make it for ourselves.
Yeah, and one of those things is the reason why I even created this project to showcase different representation, because it's important to have, like, yourself be shown. I know for me personally, I didn't always see people like me in certain big projects, but I knew that, like, when I did get the experience to be a model or to do activism and outreach work, I knew there were so many people that needed a gateway to find a way to do that, and that's kind of what this project is. So, if you do want to do something in this field, this is a first step to actually get started to get into the field. And it's important because the pride flag means something. And with that being said, on the progressive pride flag, each of your colors means something. And you guys definitely represent each color, and that's why I'm glad that I assigned y'all colors for each person. I want to know, what is it about that color that exudes who you are and what that color means? So you guys could just say the color you represent and, the meaning of it and how y'all feel like y'all exude that color.
Okay, so my color's red. My color's supposed to represent life, but I took it in a turn so that more so like is to never don't waste your life. Like don't let life go by. Like carpe diem, seize the day. Like that's the phrase I live by. Like make your own opportunities, get out there, take risks, like learn from your mistakes. Don't be afraid to fail. Like that's what a lot of people I know they're afraid to do. They want to take the safe route. Sometimes the safe route not always the best route for you. Sometimes you got to take that risk so you can learn, so you can take that risk again, so you can actually succeed this time. Like if you don't take risks, you're really not risking. You're not risking to go to a higher level.
Yeah.
Everything's a risk. Going to college is a risk. You got to take out a loan. You don't know if you can ever pay that back. But what you're doing, you're taking a risk on you're taking a chance on yourself. And that's why I'm red. You got to take that chance. You got to take that chance, and you got to go. You got to do it with passion. To be honest,
Yes. Yeah. That's another reason why you're red.
you got to be real passionate about what you do. Like you got to go out there like with the mindset like I'm going to tackle this whether I win, lose, draw. I'm going out there and I'm going to put my best foot forward. So like that's what really red means to me. Like just do it. Don't regret it. Do it and don't regret it. Really.
So I'm green. Mine's represent growth. I would say I definitely grew a lot since my younger days. Rosko would definitely tell you. I used to be Benji Boots. Benji, very Benji. But like no, for real, I took it as like not only that I grew, but I wasn't afraid of growing. And I think that's I think that's a fear that a lot of people have is that they want to grow, but they're afraid of how it would change them and how it would change the like people's perception on them. Like for example, me like growing, I stepped away from the scene for a very long time. I left ballroom. I did a lot, and some people read me for it, some people didn't, and I had to realize like no shade, my growth is my growth, and my growth is for me. It's not for anybody else, and it's my priority. I shouldn't put that priority on anyone else. And I think I grew a lot since, like, just taking a break from myself. I grew a lot with just being vulnerable as a gay Black man. Because no shade, I was not a vulnerable person. I don't like being vulnerable. Because I feel like people love to use our stories and our hardships as ways to popularize them in a way. So yeah, so that's how I envision growth. And I think that growth is very important. Growth also touches to the part of like being red with like being passionate about life, and life is all about growth. Every chapter is different. I taught this chapter of my life, the revamp, because I'm revamping myself as an individual, within ballroom, within personal, within just being in the community. So yeah, that's why I think that I represent growth, and I appreciate Russell for doing me that for growth.
My growth is my priority. Take that key.
Okay.
Well, if you haven't already noticed, my color is blue. I have my chopper, my Sailor Mercury, and my Squirtle today. But blue for me is calm, cool, and serenity. For me specifically, I'm an Aries. I'm naturally a fire sign, but I love being in the water. Like if I was a Pokemon, I would be Vaporeon. If you know, you know.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Turn invisible in the water.
I'm very hot-minded, but as I gotten older, I'm 31 now. As I've gotten older, I've learned that reacting from emotions is not okay, and just being in a moment of rage is not okay. If you can be like water and flow through your emotions, and yes, sometimes there are waves and sometimes there are crashes, but water leads. Okay, you have to be cool-minded, calm-minded, and think logically versus reacting. And when I tell you when I was reactive, a lot of my relationships were not well. And I don't mean romantically. I mean like relationship with myself, relationship with my spiritual being. Like everything about me was off because it was just fire and rage. But once you can douse your own flames and really realize your life in front of you and the way you flow into it, it becomes easier and it becomes more natural, and you just start to feel your element, you know?
My color purple, for spiritual. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I see. So once again, going back to this Muslim, that's my spirit, that's my beliefs, or whatever the case may be. And I mean, purple is perfect for me because I'm so like focused on my my shit. So I mean, I don't really much for me to say. Like my spiritual, I mean, I just exude it. Like I mean, I'm unapologetically myself within my spirit, within my my color. So I mean, yeah.
I love that. That can be that.
Yeah, that's just that. Like my not for real, my religion and my spirit is itself. I mean, you really can't explain it. It's just that you got to experience me to experience why I was chosen this color. So.
Okay, if you know, you know.
And for me, my color is white, as you can see. It's a bunch of colors, but that's just my personality. I can't just have the color white. But the white represents possibilities, and I had to hear it again today and ask because I needed to make sure I answered this. Possibilities for me before this year, and some people don't know this. Well, many people don't know. The last 3 days of the year, I wanted to commit suicide, and I made the conscious decision with God and with friendship and with love I'm still here. And so to know that white represented possibilities, the idea that I could have lost so much, but made the decision to stay here, to continue to grow, to find out, to heal, really, because to find out what those things were that got me to that place has been difficult, but also very beneficial because it's given me more possibilities. It's opened my eyes to like, I don't have to close doors, and even the doors that are closed in my face, I can either kick them open or I can create new ones. I don't have to sit back anymore. I don't feel that fear that you were talking about anymore, that I can't live my life authentically. I don't feel that nervousness about just standing up and being Trinity holistically. And then also on the other side, I think the white goes along with my first tattoo. Change is a process, not an event. Those possibilities, we see them, sometimes we envy them from other people. And what's for you is for you. I posted a status the other day that said stop waiting for validation from other people and learn how to validate your damn self. It feels fab to have support and have that confirmation that who you are and who you stand in is amazing. But don't look at it as it has to be validated by somebody else. Because once that happens, if someone's idea of what that is changes and you don't change, then you begin to feel less than. So those possibilities don't feel realistic anymore. So again, it's all about those possibilities. It's all about confirming for yourself before getting it from anybody else that you are the shit. And there's no reason to limit yourself.
Period. Yes, the possibilities are never ending. And, before we end today, I do have one more question. When the world experienced y'all, you guys kind of touched on it, but just a little bit more. What does that look like? And you can tag it how you want. Like, when the world experience me, they give what?
Okay, so I got you. So when the word experiences Dex, like you get like raw, passionate, powerful energy. Like what you see is what you get. I'm not here to manipulate you. I'm being upfront with you. I'm going to either help you, I'm gonna teach you, or I'm gonna take you under my wing. I might feed you. But one thing, I'm not going to just do it for you. Like if I'm going, it's going to be a play. You feel me? Like if I help you, you got to be able to help yourself. You feel me? If I do something for you, you got to be able to do it for yourself. I'm here to. I want to assist. That's what I love to do. I love being an assist. I love helping people. Like, yo, I see that you're struggling, but at the same time, I see that you trying. Let me help you and make it a little bit easier for you. Keep this same hustle though, and that's my whole thing. I done helped so many people. It's a lot of people in the city who I took under my wing, who I seen like, yo, I see you. I see that you got this drive, bro. I got to just make it a little bit easier for you. I don't want to name drop, but they know who they are for real.
We know too.
When the world experienced me, they experienced a bad bitch. I always say that. They experienced someone that's compassionate. And they experienced someone that's very humble. I'm a very humble person. And I just believe in the fact, like, when it comes to this, this scene, either ballroom or just the whole day scene as a whole, it's important to be humble because you will be humbled if you're not humble. Trust me. And I think this is very important because, again, we all come from different backgrounds. We all have different stories. Being humble allows you to, one, be that vulnerable person and be that person that someone can, like, talk to. Because then, like Trinity stated, like, you never know what someone may be going through behind closed doors. So being humble and being vulnerable and being compassionate really just opens that up to be able to help your community and help, like, the people that you love. And love everyone that's around you. Even if you don't fucking like them, no shade, just love on them because at the end of the day, all we got is each other. It's no shade. So yeah, that's what people experience. A bad bitch, someone that's compassionate, someone that's very humble. And someone that would read you if you try me. But yes.
Period, fool.
That part.
Like a book.
Don't try me, bitch.
Don't try it. For me, when people experience me, they experience a 6'2" top looking ass nigga, and you couldn't be more fucking wrong. You could not be more wrong because I'm not a fucking top. I'm trying to live out my verse life. Okay, leave me alone. But besides that, I think people really get authenticality. And when I say that, I don't mean that in terms of like play words because now people use that term like willy-nilly, and I don't think people truly understand what the term authenticality means or like being yourself. When you get me, you really get an anime cartoon character. I will be spitting jokes. I will be making you laugh. I will just be a goofball who doesn't take life too seriously when you shouldn't. And I think that's a light and a joy that a lot of people don't have in their life. And I think when they meet me, they appreciate me because I radiate my own light and I radiate my own joy enough to where here's a piece. Here's a piece. Here's a piece. Because I see that other people deserve that in their life and other people deserve at least an acquaintance, a friend, or someone to talk to at the bar because they're having a bad day, because they're thinking that they might not be here. And that's truly what you get with me. You will get that flowing water, like serene, real feel. So if you see me at the bar, it's not that I don't want to talk to you. Just come up and talk to me. I have social anxiety too. You know what I mean? I have social anxiety too. So please, if you see me in the community, if you see me out on the street, just say, hey, Gigi, like I saw you on that podcast. I thought it was really cool. Like you want to talk for like 5 minutes? I'll be so down. I used to be that person in the community where I was like, damn, I want to talk to that person. I think they're cool. And then when I started my HIV activism, it put me on a platform. And I will always be forever grateful because now I understand people like me on both sides of the popsicle stick. I understand the shits and I understand the part where you hold it. So, girl, make a friend, come say hi, buy me a drink. Maybe I'll buy you one if I donated plasma that day. Who knows? But yeah, that's what you'll get from me.
So when the raw experience bad, they experience an unapologetic, good ass fucking time. I am who I am. You either gonna love me or hate me, and that's just what you gonna experience with me.
Period.
That's it, and that's all.
Short and sweet, Sabrina Carpenter.
I think I think when people experience me, they experience, and this name came from my niece Nabuka, or Nada John to folks who know her personally. They experience the Teddy Fairy. And I love it so much because what you see on the outside is definitely that Teddy, but on the inside, it's all of this femininity that's just naturally oozing out. And even more so, I hold on to the Teddy because I'm big and I'm squishable, and I love that about myself. I love to give hugs. I love to make sure everybody, like I think all of us, gets what they need, are feeling supported, and all of that. And then the other side of that, I tell people I scratch with love. Because I never want people to think that because I'm so sweet and because I'm so kind that if you try me, I won't get you back. And I'm not somebody who's petty. You did it in public, so I'm gonna do it. You did it in public. So there's no reason for us to have this conversation in private.
Hello.
There's a way to have it in public, but to the point. I think that it's so valuable that we're having not just this conversation, but being able to tell people who we are and express ourselves. So thank you again, Rosko, for this opportunity.
No, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for actually being here today. And y'all did an amazing job just with y'all pictures. The pictures are out right now on our Living in Color Instagram. That is Living in Color Philly. That is LIVINGINCOLOR Philly, PHILLY. Thank you guys again for being here today. This is only the first part of the portion of the project. Tune in for part 2 where we introduce the rest of the models for Living in Color and we get to know more about them. And remember, y'all, stay happy, stay proud, and live in your pride.